So,
hello everyone.
hello. Last time you returned.
By the way, Nico, I really do like the inside of the bar for Oakview. It's a lot more genteel than
cozy, you know.
Cozy than I ever imagined.
You have something to look at when you're just, in the city or anything.
Yes, lovely.
So, last session, you teleported back to Alfore. You got informed of a past dragon attack. You figured out, 3 cities got attacked: Black Belt, Stone Mill, and Velnias. And yeah, in the wastelands, you kind of, try to figure out where this dragon could be. But now I've decided to travel to Velnias, one of the villages that was destroyed.
To investigate.
To investigate, yes. On a big Kellen elk. You rode there for about a day and have arrived. You went through the palisade village walls, and you've encountered a village in ruins. Just from walking there, you already there's a general smell of smoke, or burnt wood and stuff. Walking in, you see houses being burnt down. It has rained since, it seems, wet ash stuff is all around. Also, going in, there's the big main road. You see in the far back, in the center of the village, is the big church. You also can kind of see this big angel statue.
That we're familiar with.
That you're familiar with, yes, exactly. And also, you see a sign right at the entrance. Wooden sign with white paint. There's, it's keep out spelled on it. And there's a bunch of arrows stuck in it.
Are they still usable?
The arrows? I mean, yeah, sure.
No, I feel pretty stocked up.
So the question there is, are the people of the survivors of Elnias staying there? But that wouldn't make too much sense if there are arrows.
You
there.
also
Sorry.
don't see any people for the moment. And you're just standing, you just went through the entrance from the palisades. The palisades look still intact.
Does it smell? Does it smell smoky? Smoky and corpsey?
From a campfire that has had, rained on it.
Okay.
Wet, burned wood and smoke.
Okay. And do we see any signs of life, or death? I guess, do we see bodies anywhere?
Perception checks, please.
Can I help? I'm actually interested as well. Or do you need help from Sora, maybe?
Oh, I'm sure you've got your eyes open, so someone can help me.
I also wanted to look around for signs of cleaning up after the attack. I don't know, something like that.
Did it work? Yay, I got a 10. So
is Melville doing perception check then, or? Yeah.
And can I have Sora as well do it? Sorry?
What is Sora doing?
Kind of flying very quickly around town to... she's going to get murdered again, isn't she?
I'm just asking if you're kind of sending her in, or what's the deal?
No, not inside, just from the outside. We're inside the village, but not inside of that.
You just went through the palisade entrance wall, the entrance gate.
We went through, so we're inside the village.
Yes. The gate was kind of open, and one of the it's a 10-foot wooden swing door kind of thing. One of the doors was kind of broken off, and the other was open, and you could just kind of walk through.
And the keep out is for a specific building.
No, it's just when you go inside and there's like the main pathway, and to the left of this pathway, just as you enter, there's this sign.
Okay, then I will not send Sora because I thought it was to an indoor place.
The sign is definitely new. That wasn't there when you.
Don't you guys feel like the arrows is a bit weird?
And
Not
actually,
the arrows.
the arrows you see when you look at the sign, the arrows seem to have come from behind the sign.
Oh,
You see like
just the
arrowheads
arrowhead.
sticking out. Yes.
Asher, is that like have these arrows been placed as a warning?
I think so.
Okay.
I would think so.
Can I?
Melville, like looking around, there is on the main road, like the church is about 500, 600, 700 feet away. You see in like this plaza in front of the church, there seems to be like a barrel and a single corpse, kind of half sitting up against it, like
okay.
in this plaza before the church. Also Kellen.
Yes, indeed. Hi.
You also see there's this corpse in the like plaza in front of the church, and there's a hawk that's a little suspicious, kind of circling above the village.
Nico, do I remember from giving weapons training to the peoples of Velnias that they have used bows with arrows? Is it something the villagers use?
Some of them.
Okay.
Right.
I
I mean,
examine the corpse.
is the hawk looking at us?
It definitely, it's quite far in the air. It's kind of like a hawk, looking for mice. It's kind of circling above the village.
Mhm.
It most likely saw you, but it's not like, specifically looking at you, it seems.
Should
Can I
send-
see if I? Sorry.
Melville wants to investigate.
Yeah, Melville, are you walking up?
Yeah, I guess so. And the corpse is like what, 100 feet away, 200 feet away, 300 feet away.
Like 500 feet away.
Oh, okay. So it's a bit of a walk.
Yes, you're at the outskirts. The church is in the center of the village.
Yep.
And this corpse is kind of perched upon like a barrel
Okay.
of some kind, like in front of the church, like, like 50 feet or something.
Okay, well, I'll spend the following, 30 seconds slowly moving towards the corpse to investigate it. And everyone else can do whatever they want.
I was gonna propose that we announce our arrival so we don't get shot on sight.
Just a curious thing, Varna. Do you think this setup here could all be a big illusion?
So,
No.
before that, Melville,
The condition, the buildings, and the way it all looks very run down and deserted.
Before Melville moves forwards, I will take out my longbow and just get ready in case of taking the part of defense for the group, I guess.
Okay. Foreigner is gonna. Hey everyone!
so, Melville, as you step past like the sign, like
Yeah.
you hear like there's a hissing sound, it seems,
Okay.
like through the air, as there's suddenly an arrow coming your way.
Nice.
Ooh, it's a great.
Ooh!
Dodge
So-
that, you get.
I love it. I love it. The
Roll a new
question
character.
marks. Question,
Yeah.
question.
It's like, let me go check out.
Yeah, you kind of, what's that noise as this arrow hits you like right like in the collarbone, and with like quite a lot of force. It kind of hits you for 21 piercing damage.
So I guess
Ow.
at
Nice
that point,
gap of the
Foreigner
armor.
shouts. It's like, this is the Onyx Watch. Is everyone okay? We come in peace.
You come in peace, they're going to kill us, try and kill us now. Fine.
We're friends.
do I have an idea in what direction the arrow came? Or
Yeah.
Came
Yeah, the
like
opposite
from
of
the
the
direction
sticky.
of the corpse.
in the direction of the corpse?
Yes, but
And this-
very far away. You didn't see anyone like fire it or anything. I
okay.
can move you to a map.
Sure. My question remains, Tavarna. Are we in the middle of a large illusion?
I know, knowing.
I look at Kellen like
I've
this does
never
not look like
seen
an
such a thing.
illusion. Or it totally doesn't feel like one. Oh wow, okay. I have to find myself.
We're at the bottom.
Here we are.
Oh, not that shadows stuff again. Oh,
So I'm guessing I'm somehow. Oh dear, I just drew on the map. Sorry. I'm guessing I'm probably. Where's the sign?
I'll say, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, I'll draw the weird sign.
I can
oh,
remove the shadows
Nah, I
please.
don't.
if it's
They're very
like
irritating.
a little into it because
Okay,
I tested it and it's a little bit annoying. It's true.
Really?
But for the moment, it's fine. Also,
I'm okay
take
with
note
them.
of the distances. Each square represents 15 feet.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
An interesting distance. Oh, so that's an interesting distance.
You know, 2 squares for 30 feet. And
Yeah.
if it's like your speed is 30 feet or something annoying, you know, we're gonna figure it out.
Oh,
40 feet?
mine's 45, but that works.
I think
If I attack, mine is 40.
I'm still a large creature, I think, at this point in time. I don't think I've...
Oh, there's
Right,
Barrel
right.
Man.
Have you got a giant
Yes,
elk?
you see the corpse in the barrel right there.
Yep.
This is the church building. This
How are you doing this, Nikki? Oh my god.
Doing what?
is the shift ping. I do it.
Shift
There's
ping,
the,
okay.
To do what?
angel statue and back to Melville.
Yay.
Hey, what am I doing so far in front? I'm not there.
I think you tried to take the arrow for me and just really jumped. Or misty stepped or something.
Yeah. Can I try to see the shooter?
Well, I mean, I didn't have any chance, apparently, with this, apart from seeing...
So if you want, we can go into initiative, or you know,
I shouted all those things I
Or
shouted
not.
before. Did that have
yes,
an
I
effect? or-
I noticed you.
And I'm pretty sure that because I'm down on hit points, and I have like a sign on my lightning. I'm pretty sure I said last time that I took my sword out with lightning, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
you activated some stuff.
Right? Okay, good.
That's still fine. Yes.
Thank you.
Ah,
So, but for the moment, there's only probably. So Melville got shot.
Can
What is
Melville
everyone
like
doing?
run for cover, or does he have to stand there and cop the next arrow in 6 seconds?
No, you can now all do things.
Okay.
And then, maybe there's another arrow coming, maybe not, who knows? Maybe 10 other, maybe they're like setting up like a, who knows? But what is everyone can do something.
I'm
Well,
also going
Going
to
for
go
cover.
Cover?
So
Here.
okay, everyone must have
Also,
gotten down.
remember your speed and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where is 15
Okay.
feet?
So, okay, yeah, I was here.
15. That's 30.
I shouted.
I'm gonna dash then 15, 30 to here.
Also, if I do it like this, you can see my arrows, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay, can you see them now?
Nope.
No.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so I went over there where I went, and I'm gonna shout, "Don't be idiots! We're trying to help you." That's it.
So
My
that's-
sword's still out.
30. Okay. 45. 60. How do you do that thing where you...
So everyone's happy with what they've done?
Sure.
Very.
Oh, just a minute. No. I can move a long way. Because I'm still four-legged, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, you're still in elk form.
Well, I haven't said anyone's said
Mm.
about...
Yeah, that's
picking me
fine.
up.
That's fine.
What's this?
It's the trap.
What's
Trap.
what? What
Oh, it's
what
gone
are you
now.
pointing out exactly?
Like a lasso.
It was just a yellow snake, kind of, snaking through.
Anyway, it's gone. It's scared.
Okay. You all kind of, run around. Melville, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Hmm.
There
No.
are,
No cover?
you're not exactly sure where it's coming from. Twice you get shot.
Oh!
What?
Another
Crit
crit?
again? What is this?
What did you do?
So you take 13 piercing damage
Yeah.
and 14 piercing damage. Oh, that was
Okay.
not too crazy.
That's just almost Melville down.
Did you uncanny dodge any of
13
those?
20 is 27.
As like in quick succession, like 2 more of these arrows find their target.
27.
You're quite
so
sure it's coming from somewhere, like maybe it's behind the barrel or behind the statue or in the church, this person.
What am I behind of, by the way? What is this thing?
What is what?
This thing that I'm behind of. Is it?
It's a house.
Oh, it's
Or
a
kind of
house.
like a guard house thing.
Okay.
They're all houses or trees or ruins.
Okay.
If the,
Okay.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I guess I probably yell, I swear loudly, and yell, fuck
Stay-
not again. I'm getting shot from the house in the courtyard, I think.
So I will move, pick him up, scoop him up actually, and he can probably just acrobat onto my back, and I'll just simply get him out the way because I move that much faster. So I quickly just do this and then back again. He's then out of the way. Okay. When
And
you're
where,
there,
where do you end up? Yeah, what is everyone doing? You have stuff, you have turns now.
We do?
so the idea is to scoop Melville up onto my back,
Mhm.
take him out of the way, and end up back where I am, because that's basically 60 foot of movement.
Melville doesn't want to be taken. Melville's happy here. Well, not really, but
You want to be taken out the way. I assume you don't want to be a pincushion anymore, which is what I'm doing.
no,
So
I'm just gonna hide against the building. It's fine.
The big
that-
elk
how much
runs
is
up
that-
to you and kind of lowers his back to get onto, but still up to you.
Yeah, the
I
thing
say
is,
no.
how much did that help you? I mean, yeah, you're supposedly hiding, and no, you didn't.
I will signalize Melville, do you want some healing? I don't know, like this.
And Melvin's like, oh, me too.
Fine. Well, if it has no effect, then I'll drop out of wild shape and apply healing.
Well, I'll take some
or
hit
you can,
points.
sure.
Yeah, sure.
And Vornar shouts again, we're the Onyx Watch. We are friends of Elnias. We're friends of that woman. What's her name?
I'm gonna go invisible.
Good idea.
I'm gonna go here closer. I still don't see squat. So, but it's coming from somewhere here, right?
From the
The-
courtyard.
So in the middle,
Further north.
further north. Okay, but still somewhere there. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Where the
dash to
angel is.
where
Like-
I went.
like, I'm not gonna show you exactly, of course. But
That's
it's, like,
okay.
more
That's
in
okay.
this
Yeah, yeah.
vicinity.
As long as it's somewhere that direction.
Yes.
And I'm gonna inject myself with one of the mutagens with the reconstruction.
I also move 30 feet forward.
Oh no, I won't do that yet.
all the arrows are coming from like the main road, which is like, this here, this thing.
I moved here.
Okay. This time there's just, you hear like a loud thunk and another arrow has pierced right through the keep out sign.
That makes sense.
It's taking a long time to roll.
Leona is her name.
Oh, really? Crap. 15 is all you get, Melville. That's really crap.
Yeah, Vornar shouts, Leona, are you there? It's Vornar and the Watchdogs.
Watchdogs? We're not the
Watch. On its watch. On its watch.
Watchdog.
Well,
You're watching too many movies.
She knows the Watchdogs, though. They've been coming.
I use my turn to dash and go to the other side behind this building.
Okay.
Well said.
Yes.
Yes.
You hear in your head,
Mhm.
a sharpshooter. We should charge him head on. He can't kill all of us, you know.
That's what I'm trying to do. Getting closer.
Okay. Shooting the sign was his move, so you can move.
Okay.
All of us, you mean? We have another round.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Up.
Where's the rule function?
Oh.
As I moved, Vornar's going to do a message in the direction of the shooter.
What's the range?
120 feet.
120.
Is that enough?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Gets you like here.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. I'll try anyway, but obviously it's not going to work.
Okay.
Oh, no, I dashed, so I can't. Never mind.
Cassandra,
Yes.
when you were here,
Uh-oh. Okay.
Mel's like, thank you.
No worries. What happened?
You're kind of, ducking behind the house, kind of getting out and running another direction. You see there's like mud and like ash stuff on the floor, but suddenly there's like quick movement where you stepped. Make me a dex saving throw.
Oh, I saw that before, maybe.
Gladly.
Yeah, maybe some of my signs aren't. I put them on the wrong layer.
That's fine.
Could have been it.
Why did it not roll?
You didn't see it. We totally forgot it.
Yes.
Trying to roll here. Did it roll?
Yes, it did.
Yes, 20.
And you rolled nicely.
I
Okay.
did. You chose wisely
You see,
to roll nicely.
As you run, you see previously invisible rope, like quickly tightening a little noose on the floor.
Yeah.
You quickly step out and you see the rope kind of float up into the air.
Oh, there are traps around.
Was that?
I made it out.
Do you mean
Is
magically
the rope
invisible?
just suspended? Like in
Yes,
in nothing?
magically invisible. It would have the rope is like floating freely now into the air.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you would have
But,
been
like,
caught in it,
continuously.
you would have been like dangling in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not like being attached to an air balloon that's slowly taking off.
Are there air balloons?
Horrible.
No. Cass, you're still getting shot at twice though.
Sure.
Let's try this one. 12.
No.
And 28. 28?
What?
Oh yeah.
Bloody hell.
That doesn't hit.
It's plus
5
11.
piercing damage. It gets between your
Nice.
armor.
Sure.
That's a very high level character.
Strikes
Yes,
the
it
temple.
got right through like those 2 buildings. It seems like the shots came from. You see
Okay.
the thing?
Yeah.
Like from
From further away though, possibly.
yes,
Okay.
yes, like from somewhere here maybe.
Okay. But I'm still at where, because I managed to get through.
Okay. I'm getting fed up with this.
I can.
Did we remember anyone who knew how to cast magic in Velnias or not? I feel like that wasn't a thing.
I don't. Maybe
not-
Asher does.
Not really.
Do I know anyone who's such a good shot with the longbow? I mean, there was this one guy, like the leader of the hunting party, but this seems like my level of shooting.
He's shaming you.
Yeah, there were some pretty accomplished like hunters and stuff.
Okay, so still within reasonable that this is like a former villager. Okay.
Make me an insight check, actually,
Ooh, inside check based
or
on
investigation.
arrows. No,
Investigation, I think it's better.
15.
Well, those arrows are hitting quite well. That's true, and like from super far away. You
I
know,
know.
like longbows have long reach, but this is like crazy. Oh, yeah, you know.
Ashley's gonna get a new toy.
But yeah, could be still in range if they kind of, you know, you didn't really get them to see like in battle mode. You mostly trained the unseasoned.
Or children. Yeah.
So he has no range penalties because he's 500 feet away, which is at least 100 foot beyond its maximum range.
He's a sharpshooter like Asher.
I'm sensing a trend here. We've been fighting a lot of enemies that are very good at long range.
I would like to dimension door to this house in front here, like there.
Oh god!
What happened?
Oh, we didn't actually see anything. Because it's invisible.
Yeah.
That's true.
True.
Oh, but my map in my map, a lot of stuff changed.
I mean, just tell me if
Where did you start?
I
Where were you
started.
before?
Oh, I don't see it anymore because there's shadow. Wait,
Oh,
I'll
but
go
your dimension door has 500 reach.
500 feet. Yeah, I was beside Vornor, just one square beside him to the east. Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I just guesstimated. Did I go too far?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You know where we are, right?
I know where I am.
Yourself.
Yeah. Behind the church.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
So
Nico,
before I tell you about the church, what is
Sure.
everyone else doing?
could you please remove the shadows, if that's okay?
I think yes, that's fine. Tell me if stuff changes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
great relief. Sorry,
What-
I just
What are
Find
these
it.
things?
incredibly irritating.
I will continue running, dashing. 90
What are those things, by the way, in the middle?
here.
Ruins, Bobby.
Ruins,
But are they tall walls? Do they-
like, you know, from hip to chest height. It depends. You can
But-
hide behind them if you go prone.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Can I crouch?
Yeah, that's what prones means. you
Okay,
know?
okay. So you still look half.
Going like on one knee.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow, that's
These things in the top left corner look like Buchstabensuppe.
well, you know.
I didn't realise.
Or ancient runes, like no symbols. Sorry, not runes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's gonna spell out something when you look from above.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Before this map, I had no idea Vilnius is quite so big. I had this mental image of it being quite like almost like a very small village, but this is quite big, pretty big, really, very big.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of it.
There are a couple hundred people here.
Well, I've said there's probably space for a couple of thousand.
Well, you see, the whole map is like, you know, a third of the whole village.
mm.
Remind me, Nico, about broom of flying. It has its own move, so I can move myself, then hop on the broom and use its flying speed, or not? Or is it part of my move?
A nice way to get two move back. Another action.
Well, if you're on the ground, yes. You have to be on the ground. Only works on the ground. Or maybe if you're on walls.
The broom has a flying speed of 50 feet.
Mhm.
But like with a mount, I'm gonna say mounting the broom is gonna cost you half your movement. And the 50 feet is then just gonna be your movement. So you're gonna have 25 left. And then from then on, it's gonna be 50.
Okay, so it uses my own move.
Yes, and you can still dash for 100 if you're on it. If that makes sense.
Okay.
It's like a mount, you know.
Yeah.
I'm treat it for the moment. Maybe it's a bit different, but you know,
No, that's fine.
it's for another day maybe.
Works for me.
Yes. So Asher, make me a perception check. As you kind of get behind the church and look around.
Yes, I would want to look around, of course. 24.
Okay. First, the big door entrance to the church has been closed and kind of like barred shut almost. There's like a big, you know, wooden bar preventing anyone from opening it.
In which direction is the door? Is it west in this map? Here?
Yes, there's the entrance.
Okay,
Then there's like the front tower with the bell of the church.
I see. Okay,
And the main.
yeah, building.
Yes, and you do see in the main tower, in the bell tower on top, there does seem to be someone.
Okay.
Who kind of, you hear like some like cursing or something, and then he, you know, like disappears like throughout the, you know, you don't see much like looking up there, but there's some movement, it seems. He kind of gets out the way of like the small like window you can see him. So, what's everyone doing?
Southern woodland creatures, which you know it's the Fey one.
I'll stealthily approach the front door. I'll go half movement.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bolt across the street to the next house.
Okay.
So conjure woodland beings and see how many pixies and how many blink dogs I get. Or what other things turn up instead of blink dogs. Doesn't have to be blink dogs.
Sure. Roll me 2d8.
38. Okay.
That's only one.
Oh, damn, I didn't mean to do that. I was going to try.
Already counts.
Oh, didn't realize.
So I'll say 6 pixies, 2 blink dogs.
Nice.
Not bad.
Wow.
Also, Melville.
Yep.
Running around, you see in this side street, there's like a suspicious chest lying in the middle of the street. Right
Ooh.
there. There's still like the corpse on the barrel right here. And you also now see the angel statue is missing its head.
Ooh.
It was like
Oh.
previously, like, you know, kind of
Oh.
in that kind of position.
Yep.
The
And now
arms are still there, but the head is kind of on
Oh.
its side, like on the ground.
Now it looks more like, where's my head?
Oh,
Nico, I moved I used my action to dash while still stealthing, so I just moved 30 feet for my turn, and I'm in front of the door.
Yes, it's big, ornate, more like metallic door, and there's like a wooden beam across it. It
From
would
the
be-
outside.
Yes. You
So
would have to
next,
kind of pull
yeah.
pull it off it, and kind of it's a pull door.
I would like to do that on the next turn.
You can, yeah. Int people, int peel. I can't read what that's written there.
Loot. Loot me.
Okay. So everyone is kind of slowly approaching. You can now like try to open the door, Asher.
So we're moving again.
I
Huh?
would like to do that.
I
Oh
will
my God.
move again as well.
This is taking forever, 60 feet at a time.
I'm doing 90.
Good
Not
for
much
you.
quicker. Not much quicker though.
You have
Do
a
you want-
broom.
Which is making me go slower. It's 50.
You are
At first,
100 in a
but then you're
turn.
faster.
Wait,
you want
but
to check
no,
for the door, Nico?
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
There's like as you try to like push the thing, make me a strength check.
I will say I'll try to do all of this careful and stealthily, because otherwise it makes no sense to, have moved out of sight. Strength. Wow, this is really not my
To
fortune.
just kind of push the thing, or if you want
Sure,
to do it another way, you know, maybe. But
Oh,
the
wait,
obvious way is to like push it off like the metal hinges that come out.
totally, I'm with you. Did it do anything? No. Where's the?
Well,
strength?
make your strength check, and then I'll tell you.
Meanwhile, can
No,
you...
I meant. Did it show my result
No,
on
no.
the roll?
Now it did.
Oh, now 15.
Yes, 15 is just enough. You kind of it like slowly goes up.
With my -1, it does.
Yes, you see as you pull it behind it, but still on the outside of the door, there's like some kind of writing, it seems, and just as you pull it up,
Some
it
ruins
kind
glow
of-
in front of my face.
It starts to like glow in like a
Oh,
reddish
nice.
color, making me a dex save.
Lovely.
I make wide eyes.
Oh,
And
shit.
you all
Out
kind
of
of
the
you know,
way.
are slowly walking carefully towards this middle church. As you see
Ooh.
Asher
I...
push it, and there's just
Natural 1 for 10.
Oh no.
Kaboom!
a big explosion.
Yeah, it was a
exactly.
really heavy beam to lift, so I'm really not focusing on anything else.
It would make sense
It's kinda
actually. Like
difficult.
you're lifting this thing in the middle, like
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
totally not
16 fire damage.
the athletics type.
is
Could be
it
worse.
is it a big kaboom though? Just we heard that, right?
It is an explosion. Yes, you all heard it, and you saw it. And as kind of Asher gets kind of thrown back a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, I think the sharpshooter just did something, and I think we're good because we don't know
I
he's
will-
there.
I will
So-
curse loudly.
oh, you have to do a concentration check on your invisibility.
Oh, that's true.
By the way, Nico, can you also
Yes.
dash with a broom?
Yes,
Okay.
I'll say sure.
I will take out Zoom Zoom.
Ah, you're still back here.
Yeah. So I
Ah,
take
Kellen as well. Just kind
Okay.
of chilling.
I take out Zoom Zoom.
I'm still invisible.
Yes.
yay.
It's
So
just like
that's
a black
25 to
giant-
mount. Which
Also, Cass.
Yes.
Now being as near to this like corpse leaning against the barrel,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of in a kind of a half sitting position, kind of perched above it, and it has a hat
Mm-hmm.
kind of above its face. You know, obscuring, you can't see the face. It's kind of, you know,
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
Kind of a farmer that's asleep, you know, kind of.
Does it give any undead feeling of it? Or like anything that would be undead, or is it? Can I check that?
Make me an investigation check.
Do I need to get up close for that? I probably do, huh?
Yes, sure.
Okay, here. No, it's probably a little far. No, that should be okay. Since it's undead, I have advantage, right?
just
Just roll.
Investigation.
he'll decide which
Yes.
one to use.
Gotcha. That's easy
We
here.
don't know if it's undead yet. You know.
Yes. Gotcha.
That's one thing that's been annoying.
Okay.
Isn't it?
It is just regular dead.
Regular dead.
It's the best. kind.
Okay. Can I, through my investigation, can I see what like killed him or not? Is that asking too much?
Just have to look through some stuff.
Like that'll be my action.
Well, you all already know it's normal death, right?
Yes.
Wow. She does.
Yes. Well, 14, what killed him?
Like, do I see anything like, is there an arrow stuck through his chest? Is there?
There is no obvious
Okay,
dead wound of death.
okay, gotcha. Good,
Makes sense.
thanks. Yeah, sure.
Yes. I will say you smell an odd odor that's not like from a corpse, but more like, I don't know, like of it smells of like ether. Does that make sense? Like alcohol.
Ether.
Yeah, ether.
Like, what is he sitting on again? He's on the
It's like perched up on a barrel.
barrel.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Of explosives.
You know.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's this like like straw, like rimmed hat, like
Okay.
above its head.
Yeah, I think I'll get away from here in the next round as quickly as I can.
I would like to shout something to the person I saw up there in the tower, if there's time.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can do stuff.
I would like to say, it's the Onyx Watch. I'm Asher the Grey. If you're a former villager of Velnias, reveal yourself. We're not here to harm you, but we will if you continue this. Yeah.
Okay, Melville and Kellen, what are you guys doing?
Right. To the
Man.
6 pixies, I say, okay, 2 of them, I said, I'd like to make these 2 blink dogs into mammoths. Okay. One of the pixies, I'd like the other one to transform him into a mammoth. That uses up 4 pixies and 2 blink dogs. To the other one, I would say, I need you 2 to giant ape me and turn me invisible. And then I was saying we're then going to dash towards the church. And I said, the ones that are transforming me and making me invisible as a giant ape, I says, hang on to me and my shoulders. And the ones that are looking after the mammoths, they can also hang on to me because they're tiny.
And they'll,
Okay.
they'll look at you and say, "You didn't say the magic word."
Please. Yeah, okay. And I, okay,
Okay. Wait.
so we end up with 3
Oh,
mammoths.
one turns you into a mammoth, right?
One turns me into a giant ape
Into giant ape.
and turns me invisible.
Giant ape.
There's 2 pixies turn the 2 blink dogs into mammoths.
2 pixies. Okay. You see they cast their spells, but they instead they polymorph them into mice.
Nice.
Because they can only do the same challenge rating.
Oh, but okay, how did that work before? Because we got mammoths.
Already happened.
I know, but sorry, how did that happen before? Because before they polymorphed things and we got mammoths.
They only ever polymorphed you guys. Never polymorphed blink dogs.
Okay.
You were the mammoth before,
Oh.
with the dragon.
Okay, well.
You can
right.
only be equal CR or level. So one made you into a giant ape. Another one made you invisible, right?
Yes.
In this. 2, you have 2 left.
I'll just take them with me because there'll be a backup giant apeness or invisibility. And basically, tell them to keep me safe or turn me invisible again if I need to.
Okay.
And then I shall make a dash action for 80 feet.
Okay, Melville, and you can move yourself. Melville, what are you doing? Or what
Already
have you
moved
been
myself. So I'm sort of near Cass. And that was my move dash.
doing? Okay. Voronar, what are you kind of doing?
I did my move. I went on my broom and started flying.
Okay.
Is he cackling?
Asher.
Yeah.
You hear from inside like a metallic clicking noise, maybe.
A friendly metallic clicking noise.
Sort of ones where you crank a heavy crossbow, that sort of metallic clicking.
No, not really. It's more kind of cranking like a
Crossbow?
I don't know, like a
Ballista.
Yeah, like a ta 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 ta. That,
yeah,
I
like
don't know. Okay.
yeah.
Catapult.
It's
Like a ballista, but it's not a ballista.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Hmm.
really, he doesn't like you, and he's going to hit you with something large and heavy and Wharton.
Yes. You hear a voice from inside the building. Come and
From-
talk. And then you hear the loud thud of a heavy door closing. But the door into the building is still open. It's another door inside.
Did I recognize the voice?
Make me an appropriate check. I'm gonna say
Good grief.
insight.
Inside. mean-
Inappropriate.
I mean, I was living in this village for like 6 weeks or so, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that helps. Inside, you said, right?
Insight.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do you want
Double
need
natural
assistance?
20. Doesn't matter.
You definitely recognize it was indeed Eric the Hunter. You also remember his name.
I do.
He didn't really like you a lot, it seems.
I remember.
Remembering.
Oh no.
Didn't
Also,
realise he was
the
so
like the
good.
clicking sound and the door closing. It's like a bank vault, you know, like clicking to open and then closing
Mhm.
What an idiot.
is what I was trying to go for. Like a thick, you know, like 5 feet thick metal, like when you open it with like the circular thingy, you know, kind of like that. It's the sound.
So, did the explosion ruin the outer door? Can I see to the inner door or something? Can I see inside the church? Or is the main door still somehow there?
It's like a little bit open. You can peek
Okay.
inside.
I will go there and open it or peek inside.
Yeah, but the door is still intact. It's like a metal embroidered door.
Okay. But did I understood correctly? That's not the door that he shot now with
Nope.
this mechanism. That's like one door within.
It's most likely he, you know, talked to you and then went in somewhere and closed
Yeah.
the door behind him or something like that.
Okay. Fair enough. I will go in then if it's appropriate time.
Okay. Also, during your time here, you weren't really allowed in the church.
So,
That's
sorry,
true.
Just a
Melville's just
general
going to
thing.
move 400 feet inside of 2 rounds.
Yes, that's fine.
I'm moving forward on the broom.
Also, you know, he has moved away from his lookout and sharpshooter nest, so there's no more, you know, arrows coming. So you can all move to wherever you want to go.
We can go as far as we want, you mean?
Yes.
Cool.
Just if you, you know, want to, you know, do something specific, tell me and where you are. There's still the cool, you know, totally not suspicious chest in the middle of the road.
That's true.
The corpse guy.
It's not going anywhere.
Is there any other? Is there like another entrance? No, I'll just go to the same entrance.
Runar
I
is
stepped in.
passing by saying zoom zoom.
Yeah, exactly. You might, unless you know that I'm there, you may have a collision.
Yeah, you'll, you know, walk to the church, just like this giant ape kind of, you know, barreling towards you.
Except you can't see him because he's invisible.
Yes, but still a lot of noise, you know, it's a giant ape.
It's kind of like we see the footsteps going to the grass.
Yeah.
I can take offense at that. I have stealth, thank you very much.
You kind of open your to drink something, and then there's like ripples in the water. You know? Yeah, so
Nice.
you open the door and look inside, right? Sure.
Smells
Sure.
apey
I
here.
took already the first step in, kind of like to the room there.
Did you announce that you
Looking
are...
for traps, if I
Okay.
may add.
Vorna looks
looking
back
at
and just
a-
says, "Catch up, Asher." Assuming you're still
Are
down
you
south.
invisible as well? Is Varna invisible?
No, he's just flying
Okay.
on his broom.
Investigation or perception?
It's up to you.
You get a stage whisper to your back left that says "ook."
23 for further traps.
Doesn't
Analysis-
look
analysis.
trapped. in there. And looking inside, it looks, fairly normal. There's like rows of benches, a little stage at the back. There's like some painted glass, with the sun's shining in with like this church painted glass thingy. I don't know what it's called. Like a mosaic of glass, making like a picture of an angel figure.
Do I see the door? I presume Eric went in.
Just from going inside, you don't see directly, but
Okay.
you do know that it's like, to the left and to the right, you can kind of go into side rooms,
So it's either one of them.
and it would be to the right. And then, it goes like, this little thing.
Also, when you say a normal church, I mean, those guys were pretty crazy about their church stuff. What does it look like? I mean,
Well,
deity-wise,
what you as Benny know as a church, but Asher might have not been in the church yet.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
okay.
It's
Okay.
just, like rows of benches,
Mhm.
like in front, like a stage area, kind of with like a fountain thingy.
Where the gospel would be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It wouldn't be able to hold everyone at once, the church.
Okay.
It seems.
So
But otherwise,
yeah, are we going in there, or what's the plan? I could also fireball in there.
Hook.
You could.
Says,
Well, the question is what we want to do here, in the sense of we're trying to ask them what happened, right?
Well, whoever that person is in there, I mean, we don't even know if it's someone from here. It could be something undead.
It's Eric, the
Oh,
guy
Who
that
says-
was leading the hunting party. I'm here, and
Ah.
I'll tip Warner on the shoulder.
Nah.
Oh no, you're still outside. No,
Okay.
I'll shout. I'm inside.
Is Varna flying?
I'm on my zoom. Yeah,
Well, how far are you up?
I'm just a little bit. I'm
Oh,
hovering.
Someone's gonna get swiped.
There's a giant hand that scritches your top of your
I
head.
firebolt.
It's going well.
It would be at disadvantage since he's in melee range. And, invisible.
No, but you're not stealthing, right? So I would have probably known you're right next to me.
Yeah, I did whisper ook. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you are kind of smelly.
Also, Asher,
Yeah.
inside this church, you also smell like this ether smell. Like very distilled alcohol. But a bit different. It like stings a bit differently.
How tall is this building? How many floors?
Would be, there aren't like other floors. Would have like the height of a 2-story building on like the main part, and the tower is, would be about like 3 to 4 stories.
Azure, who did you say this was? And the voice came from which floor?
He went into he went to the right in this main room, and he shut a heavy door, it seemed, and it was I don't know, Eric something, one of the main warriors of Belnias.
Okay.
He didn't like me. Imagine that.
Since I know the direction, I will
Probably didn't have a sense of humor.
I will message Eric, since I know who he is now and I know in which direction he is. I'll just say,
Maybe.
Eric, just come out. This is the Onyx Watch. We came to see how everyone's doing and if there are survivors. We want to help.
Okay, you do notice your message kind of fizzles out midway.
This must be some metal protecting. It's like a safe room or something.
So Asher, you're going to go look at the door?
I will approach, but carefully, and looking for further booby traps.
Okay, getting around the corner, there is indeed like this big, like bank safe looking door.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10 feet, kind of rectangular with like a big, kind of U-boat kind of, steering wheel kind of thing. It looks like, and it's closed.
Is that something Melville can
Yeah.
Melville, you want to try to
I mean, do you know if
crack
that's
the
doable?
code?
Or we could always just try and turn the thing and see if it just opens.
Yeah.
Might not even be locked.
True. Feels like that's something that would want to be locked, but
So you're trying to like turn the thing.
Yep. And then clockwise, right? Because that's how you open things.
hold on,
No,
Melville.
clockwise.
This looks
Yes.
difficult. You should take your shirt off first.
You turn the thing. It like takes like a good 10 seconds to like turn it fully. And there's like this clicking sound of like, seems like metal pistons or pitons or something, kind of,
Yep.
retreating like all around the door.
This was always
Whilst
here
I'm doing this, I'm asking Nick, why would he lock himself in a room?
because he's scared and panicked.
And
And-
when you're finished
Oh, I know why.
rolling, no, that's not the word. What's the word if you do
Churning.
Turning.
turning?
Can I just make him pause before he opens? It's like maybe he got cursed from the curse. Maybe he saw people without their mask, which would be very likely during an attack. And maybe he's like trying to hoard his gems and will protect it to death. Do you remember? It makes these people, it makes you go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's putting his mask on. Okay.
There's a final click and the door just swings open on its own.
Pull or
Um,
push door?
It's pulled. It comes to
Okay.
you.
I remain outside of the room just to...
And it is actually like 4 feet thick metal. And before you there are stairs, 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall. Stairs descending downstairs about 20 feet, going down, and then there's like a corridor.
Good.
There's also like a clicking sound, like from a clock from inside the door, like.
Oh.
Can I just do a quick message now that the metal has been opened? Same message as before to Eric. And then, get out! Alright, okay, I will just actually try to find the trap as well.
Messaging, it still fizzles out.
Okay. Look for
Also,
the ticking sound.
upon opening the door, there's this extreme like smell of ether wafting over you.
Uh-oh.
That stinks.
You know, it might
Not
be
good.
something flammable. Let's get out!
I
Yeah.
was thinking the same. Maybe let's take 30 seconds outside and just wait.
Yeah. Let's go out. Back out.
You
Just
see
30 seconds.
also after about 20 seconds, like the clicking from inside the door stops, and the
Okay.
door closes again.
Ah.
And when closing
Ah.
fully, like the wheel just kind of quickly wheels back.
Mm.
Boring. Should I just control that it is indeed flammable? Yes, no, yes.
Yeah, but when we're outside, not when we're inside, right? Yes. Okay.
Well, and then we have to, I don't know,
I
put
mean, the whole
the
thing might
remainders
collapse.
of a broken church away to go into the door? If it all explodes, or what's the hope?
I just want to make sure that it's not gonna hit us.
But I mean, it might make the whole building collapse, it's true, and then we can't get through that gate
That's
anymore.
true.
That just comes to mind.
Yeah, you're right.
Would have been fun though.
But I wouldn't want to be in it when it's happening, that's for sure, but I don't know.
I guess the stairs go down underground. So
Yes,
And
and
the
it
door seems to
culminated in like a corridor.
yep. And
Going
then is
like
it an obvious way to open the giant metal door from the inside, or is it like a one-way door?
Yes, there's also a wheel on the inside.
Oh, okay. So
Mm.
we're not gonna get locked in there.
Yes, it is definitely where Eric went.
I have a feeling it's an underground passage away from this building, like takes you somewhere else.
Maybe.
Let's go.
Should we
What
follow?
could possibly go wrong?
Besides everything, yeah. Yeah.
Well, unless someone messages me, I'll just go ook 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 ook.
Well said.
Oh, you're
Thank you.
on.
Okay, what? Caleb?
I was about to say, well, let me open the door, and it ain't gonna close when I'm holding it open. And it's also wide enough for me to get my ass down the stairs.
Actually, could we tell whether the gate can be opened from the inside again?
Yes.
Can be.
Presumably,
There
yes,
was a
there's
wheel
like
inside too.
a similar wheel inside.
I'm not actually that big. That ape is really big. It's 30 foot.
Yeah,
To
you would have to
side.
squeeze.
Yeah, I
to
know.
go
By
inside.
a lot.
Oh no, the ape's not that big. That's 30 foot to the side. That's huge. I'm currently huge. I'm not huge.
Why do you have rats on your fur? It's weird.
So you're
Okay.
standing
Huge.
before a closed door.
Should we go in?
Open.
Yeah, let's follow.
But the trap was at the second time it explodes.
Maybe.
Lull into a sense of safety.
I will indicate to the pixies that I don't want to be a giant ape anymore.
Okay, they unape you. And you're Kellen again.
Yep. And I've
How
got
many minutes have passed, Nico, since we started the encounter?
4 minutes.
I'll just move the
You're visible again?
giant ape
No, it's
somewhere.
10
Still
minutes.
invisible.
I don't know what to do
You
with giant-
reopen the door. You know, it still takes, kind of rolling it like 3-4 times. What was the phoning it? Folding?
Burning.
Burning, exactly. It back up, and do you all go inside, or what's the plan? Is someone trying to? There's like this clock counting down. You have about 20 seconds until it's gonna close.
Yeah, let's all go in. I mean,
Let's go
Yeah.
in, but
Yeah, sure.
let's make a clever
Go,
order.
go.
Let's go, 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 yeah.
Okay, you'll go down the stairs. What you see? Who's in front? Or which 2 people are in front? Melville
I will go to the front too. I'm still invisible.
and Asher. Okay.
I'm still invisible, says Callum.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I couldn't see you.
Oh, sorry about that. I've got pixies on my shoulders.
I'm gonna fiddle with my ring and cast freedom of movement on myself. Noise.
Okay. Walking downstairs, it culminates in a 10 feet wide hallway, 10 feet high as well. The first thing you notice, the hallway on both sides have like these red tapestries, all depicting, they're all like 5 feet wide, all depicting different people. You see the first one on the left is kind of a familiar, like blonde-haired angel figure. And then following that are all people, men, women, all kind of older, it looks like, all wearing different kind of masks.
Okay.
See, there's like this row on your left, a row on your right.
And the people wearing masks look normal.
Yeah, they're kind of portraits. They're kind of in this position. They have a mask. So some have like maybe a pet or something, or holding something, and in a circle, embroidered in tapestry, hanging from the walls.
We're underground now, right? We went down
Yes.
the floor. Yeah.
You're now underground. You also getting down. You see the hallway itself. On the ground, there's a very sticky substance, like dried syrup or something.
Ew.
It's kind of when you has like this, makes this sound when you put your feet away. It's kind of
Sticky.
has
This-
sticky. Doesn't like it's not like doesn't impair your movement in any way. It's just noticeable and most likely the cause of the smell.
Is it flammable? by any chance?
That's something to be found out. Also, the hallway is about 50 feet long. It ends in a similar door, but it's much thinner, also metal. And it is a little ajar. You see a bit inside. And
Is there
inside is like a room, it seems like. And from inside, you can't see anyone, but you hear from inside Eric. And there's also like light coming from the room. You hear Eric, we can talk, but no tricks, no shenanigans, and I can't stress this enough, no magic.
Okay.
This is so stupid. All we want to do is help.
You know who we are, right?
We'll see about that.
Sure.
Does he have like a? Can I make an insight check to his tone of voice to ascertain if his mood or something?
Sure, I'm gonna move you, and maybe you don't see anything, maybe you see stuff. I don't know. Let's see.
Seems black. It's all black.
Okay, Asher is here. Melville is here. Warner is here. Cass is here. Kellen is here. Okay. Do you all see stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like this. So on the, oh yeah. You see in the room, there's no light except from inside. There's like a flickering light, it seems. The little things you see, there's a bunch of open and empty chests inside the room.
Where are they empty? In the other room, you mean?
Yes. It seems that there's a corridor getting into a room with like this thick metal door.
Do I remember, was Eric also a guy that used to wear a mask? All of them did, right? In Velnia.
Yes. Yes.
Are you wearing your mask, Eric?
I was gonna ask. the same.
Sorry.
Of course.
Shut up. All right.
What are you doing here?
We came to see if there are survivors that need help. Also, one of our people is missing who was traveling here.
There's
And
no
We heard
response.
about an attack.
There was an attack, all right.
is
By a
Mirren...
dragon, right?
Okay, let's approach. Huh?
Yeah, we'll get closer.
Ah!
So looking inside,
Oops.
you see there's a bunch of chests that are empty.
What's the fan of the opera?
There is a central table.
Yep.
There are a bunch of like gemstones sitting on a table, like a pile. Standing on the table is Eric. In his left hand, he's holding like a lantern, it seems. And with his right hand, he's holding his mask. Kind of, you know, his mask covers half of his face. I can zoom in a bit, you know. It's kind of a half mask. It covers half of his face. And the strap that's normally around his head is just kind of dangling around the mask, and he's just kind of wearing the mask by holding it to his face.
Is that the same mask as before?
You can make me a history check.
Nope.
Hard to tell. There were a lot of people with a lot of masks.
Okay, so before Vornar enters, he would grab the wand of magic detection from Cass, since her hands are full.
Are you doing it sneakily? There's going to be a sleight of hand check involved if you want to do
Can I do it here behind the door?
Sure.
And sure, I can do a sleight of hand. You know what? Let's just trust him. Never mind. Okay, coming in.
Also, before I enter, I will tell him.
You can also open the door fully if you want to.
Sure, we'd probably need to anyway to enter.
Yeah, I will tell him, just to warn you, Eric, I'm invisible, but I didn't do this just now, and I cannot drop it.
You can drop it.
Well, this one I can't. It's a special Asher magic.
You seem to know a lot about magic suddenly, Eric.
Make me a deception check. You can drop it, you know?
Of course, I know.
I know.
Would it count as me assisting you?
25.
Oh, nice.
Just making sure.
Nice.
Has anyone else survived? Or are you the only one?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You're just sitting around in this church the whole time and you didn't even check?
I'm defending the place of my people. He seems quite angry.
Okay, why don't you tell us what happened?
Oh, like you don't know.
Well, we just heard the dragon attack. We don't know the details.
A dragon attack?
It wasn't a dragon?
That's what we heard. That's why we came.
I was out hunting. And I came back to find my village destroyed.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well,
And you're telling me it was a dragon?
Stone Mill and what's the other place? Black something?
Belt.
Black Belt?
Yeah.
Were destroyed as well. And Velnias, unfortunately, was the third one.
There haven't been any dragons here for decades.
There's a lot of things that haven't happened for a long time that have
You know
started
what's
happening.
more likely? Some adventurers in search of money. That's what I think.
Well, what's the point of us of trying to lie to you now about this? Are we lying? Just
He kind of stomps his feet on this pile of diamonds.
I don't like
I
it.
know why you're here.
well, if we're here for the diamonds, we don't need to chat with you. We just need to kill you and be done with it. But we're not doing that. So tell us if we're lying. Look us in the eyes and tell us if we're lying.
Make me a persuasion check.
I'll charm him
If-
first. Go for it.
If you try to kill me here, you'll die as well.
Good to know.
That's perception.
Oh,
it's not.
that is not persuasion. No.
Really, is it?
I would have done way better if that was my first roll.
Yep.
If you're not here for the money, then why are you here?
Because we care about you guys. We wanted to know if you're still alive. And also, and I'll name, what's her name? Minas, was it?
Leona's?
Yeah.
Mirin. Mirin,
Oh.
our watchdog, is missing. When the attack happened, she was here. And she's missing as well, and we're worried about her. Because, she's family, and we care about our family.
Also, we're trying to hunt this dragon because it's been sighted in Alfore as well. And we want to kill it, so we wanted to gather information since we know that you guys were attacked here.
I don't know of any Mirren person.
Well,
And I haven't seen any dragons.
you're lucky.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, he's probably not very lucky.
Well, I don't really see a point in continuing to talk to him since he A, doesn't know what happened, B, doesn't even believe. Why don't we just turn around and leave? Like,
Yeah, we can actually
why
look
are
for
we talking
survivors.
to him?
Yeah,
There's no point.
that's true. He doesn't know if there are survivors.
Yeah.
Let's just look for them ourselves.
Yes, I don't see a point.
If
in
you
talking.
say it was a dragon, then where is everyone?
Well, we don't know. That's why we're here.
We're trying to figure out what happened.
Who's the
Just
corpse?
came through the door and you started shooting.
Who's the dead guy upstairs?
Yes, because people who come here are looking for treasure. It's always been the same.
Well, we've been here before. We left without, well, it's not true. We didn't really leave without treasure, but we left you guys your treasure. It was given to us for doing something for you. So you've met us before. So, but again, there's no point in talking to you because we're not getting information from you that we need. No offense.
We're gonna look for the survivors. If you want to help, come out and make yourself useful. And Vornar says walking out.
Me
yeah.
too.
If not, stay here and stomp on the table as much as you want.
Oh, you guys are such dicks.
Well,
He was being a dick first.
Exactly.
Nico, I guess 10 minutes are done by now, right?
Yeah, but well,
Probably. I'll get visible.
I guess
again.
I'll try to play good cop with Eric and play up the fact he's lost all of his family and everything he knows and he has no future and I'm sympathetic.
Is that being good cop? Or depressive cop?
yeah, like good cop, sad cop.
Yeah.
Definitely cop. And I guess maybe use my class feature to charm him into being hopefully a little bit more helpful.
right
And if he
back.
can't be helpful, he can't be helpful, and you convince him to help us a lot.
Sure. Is there like a save involved?
I think it's
a
insight.
persuasion versus insight.
Panache.
Insight.
It's such a good feature.
Oh, I'm gonna do this like that. Okay.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's pretty persuasive.
So he doesn't really get, friendly.
This has to be less hostile.
But he is, he doesn't actively believe as much that it was you guys who, killed everyone.
Mhm.
Also seems,
also
Does
very,
not.
very hurt and
Sorry.
angry and stuff.
Also, like to know what he intends to do.
Did you say he looks
Like
very hurt?
the rest of his life.
Yes, like emotionally hurt.
Oh, okay.
Like in his eyes. Well, he
Well,
wants to. He's expecting for people to come here to look for treasure, and he's defending it. From the place from being desecrating any further.
And he intends to do that until the day he dies.
Doesn't seem to have thought out his future. He's just doing it. You do see glancing at this table full with diamonds. It is worth approximately 10,000 gold.
There's our party pot.
Yeah, but the whole place is filled to the brim with naphtha. So, yeah. Big explosion, meltdown. Yeah, probably
I
not.
don't actually
worth
have the necklace of fire resistance. Uh-huh.
I think Kellen's got that.
it. Yep.
Also, you do notice there were these in the hallway, all these, what do they call them?
Portraits.
Portraits.
Pictures.
Yes.
Tapestry.
Tapestries, exactly, that's the word. The last one, top left, is of a woman wearing a lioness mask
Okay.
that you remember.
That we don't remember.
Leonardo or something.
Yes, Leonara.
So is it like a painting of all the leaders,
Something like that, yes.
but only portraits? There's nothing else depicting a historical moment.
You can make me an investigation check if you want to look at them.
I sure would.
I guess more or less we're kind of heading towards the door, right?
Yeah,
Into the
as
corridor.
Melville is still kind of,
Yeah, I will hang back with Melville just in case things turn.
Yeah, I don't think I would leave entirely. I would just kind of wait for Melville.
I'm sure you probably. I'm imagining this conversation being something more than just 2 minutes and a dice roll. So,
yeah.
feel free to leave and go wandering around, and I might come up with Eric later when he's a little less.
Hostile.
So,
Yeah.
Voronar first. There isn't anything special about the picture itself. Kind of looking at it, there is like from behind the tapestry, like a faint arcane glow, it seems. And you're quite sure after kind of looking around that, behind every one of these tapestries is some kind of spell glyph.
Okay.
Some kind of.
Spell glyph.
Oh.
Well,
Can I? Would he tell me that? And if he does, can I have do an Arcana check on the stuff?
I would tell you that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. So Melville,
Yes.
he tells you about, he was on his hunting trip, and those sometimes take more than one day. So he kind of sleeps in a little tent in the forest or something. And on his way back, he saw this plume of smoke coming from his village, rushed back, and just found smoke and ruins and just no one there.
Okay. Did it? I think Vorna asked him about the body slumped on the barrel.
I did.
It's a dummy.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, and super trapped.
It's super trapped.
Especially if you lift his hat, it's going to explode because he's assuming people are looking for like gems in faces.
Yeah, and the chest is probably a similar arrangement, right?
Yes.
Bornar goes to check the chest. Just kidding. No.
So Cass.
19.
Yes, there are alongside the hallway 10 spell glyphs each. There are 20 tapestries, 10 each. Behind every tapestry is one like spell glyph. And most of them seem to be like, they have like a trigger, and then they either explode or a spell happens, but you can't really discern, what spell would come out of, each glyph.
Okay, but can I use the detect magic wand and figure out if it's like abjuration or whatever it would be?
Well, what if
School of magic behind the glyphs?
What if the activating thing is
spell out
magic?
what the wand does exactly.
It just
What? I heard just two people talking at the same time. What did you say, Nico?
What does the wand do exactly?
It's a detect magic wand. It does a detect magic spell.
So, but Vornar, when she's taking out, Vornar says, but what if the activating thing is to do magic? Like Eric was saying, no magic, right?
That was downstairs, not here. Or is it
we
here?
are downstairs.
Yeah, and it was here.
Oh, it was here. Okay.
Because that would suck.
Okay. Okay, sure, then I don't do that. Okay.
At worst, it's something that's going to explode, and it doesn't really matter how. At best, it might just be like one of those museum things where it just starts speaking and giving you a bit of a bio about the
when he mentioned it's exactly what I was thinking.
Well,
Artist.
This is what you can do with magic now.
I had always wanted to figure out a way to help them, and maybe we weren't ever able to come in here, and maybe this would have been the information behind, maybe if something starts talking about their story, maybe there's something else that we would find out. But
I mean, I would ask Eric first.
Well, say Melville. from your conversation with Eric, like in the room, there's also like the sticky stuff on the ground. You do find out it is highly flammable. Also, it's kind of meant to, also the spellglyphs do go off after they have a couple different kind of triggers, like magic stuff and some others. He doesn't really tell you everything, but his kind of idea was if he got attacked, he would drop the lantern and, this is essentially like a big oven, and it takes quite some time to open the big door. And he would just, take everyone with him. That's kind of, the idea behind this.
Very creative, Nico. Very creative.
Okay, so are we going out now, or
Sure.
Yeah, let's head out.
like to find out if there was undead here as well or something?
I have to go and split up and. Well, I've still got.
Investigate.
I can
So you
send.
go back out.
Yep. I
Yep.
can ask my.
Kind of, Eric just kind of stays there.
He needs time.
I can ask my pixie friends here to go and look through all the buildings while flying invisible, and they can come back and find me.
Sure.
Okay. I'll say, guys, for the next, I don't know, how long we got? 10 minutes? Are we 10 minutes doing this?
Sure.
For the next 40 minutes, please investigate as many houses as you can and see if you can find any people.
Oh, if you can, should I
Come
do?
back and find me.
Should I do telepathic bond before we start going into multiple directions? If you can just spare 10 minutes.
Yep. How many people does that affect?
I don't think there's a limit.
Because you could also affect all the pixies.
I don't want to hear the pixie's thoughts. I'm sure they're like squeaky and high pitched. And
Very good point. Maybe they're just so talkative.
9 people in total can be linked together.
Well, they can then tell us what's going on as well. And they can, if there's warning to be had, they'll tell us about it instantly.
Yeah.
But it's 9 people total, including me. So 8 more people want to. So I could get 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I start doing the thing for 10 minutes, plus 6 seconds.
10 minutes. Okay.
Is it 9 creatures or any sort of limitation to the race or
CR?
something?
8 willing creatures of your choice.
Okay.
Are they willing?
Yeah, they're happy to help.
Okay. I
Okay,
blinked.
So should we
Okay.
spread out a bit and look for signs of dragon attack or missing villagers and stuff?
Sure.
Yeah. Maybe we do pairs?
Yeah.
Well, the 4 that are linked to us, I'll take 2 pixies with me for safety reasons. Because they can't be talking with you instantly, so they might as well come with me. The other 4 can fly and be invisible and communicate with the rest of us if they find anything. Give them their directions and say thank you and let us know if you find anything. You guys have got 35 minutes roughly before you can. Yeah, they can figure out when it's going to end. So I say, please, beers.
Cass, can I borrow the wand?
4.
Asher just typed booby.
Did I spell it wrong? I'm
No,
confused.
it's just, my inner child is laughing. That's all.
No, I corrected my BHOOBY.
I guess in the conversation with Eric, would I found out how long he's been home alone?
3 days.
Literally home
Exactly.
alone.
Booby traps.
Yes. He set up all the booby traps.
Watch out for bricks.
Yes.
Cass, how about we
I
check
can.
the statue real quick? I'm wondering.
Yeah.
The beheading, if that had an effect.
Also, it seems like Eric would like you to leave as soon as possible. Like, generally.
Can come out and tell us.
He won't.
Then we'll stay.
Did you already pair up?
I think Cass is coming with me.
Well, you don't have to move your tokens wherever you want to go. You can make me just general investigation checks.
Okay.
And tell me if you want to like look for something specifically. Otherwise, I'm just gonna,
Yes, I'd like to look for any like undead signs anywhere, but I'm going with Vor.
And I have my magic detection on, just in case.
I look
Okay.
for the angel's head.
It's right beside the statue.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm actually. I want to investigate. Is there any magic coming out of the statue?
No magic.
I check the inn or we stayed at or the pub.
Sure.
That's what I'm going to rummage through.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to check the perimeter around the palisade. So like, I don't know, any signs of, I don't know, everything that seems out of place or gives a clue. And I will also have a detect magic running.
Okay. Melville, Asher, investigation. Cass also with advantage.
And I will also just look for anything. By the way, how big is the head? Does it fit under a 5-foot cube?
It's about,
So you would.
twice as big as a normal head. Yes.
Looking for signs for people. Look out for traps in case I wander into one.
Asher.
But
I'm sorry.
I've also got a couple of other people, a couple of other pixies looking out for me as well, so I can have a couple of extra rolls or roll with
Yes.
advantage or.
Roll with advantage, as you
Wow.
get informations by things.
They're looking out for me generally.
Yes. So Melville, you find the inn. The house is intact. Inside, there's like tables on the ground, and like some are like broken and stuff, and like shattered cutlery, but nothing else. Cass,
Yes.
you don't
Oh.
sense any undead thing at all here.
Okay. Good to know.
Thankfully for I got roll with advantage because I rolled abysmally.
Do I
Yes.
find any like organic matter in the kitchen or anything like that? Like fruit and veg or meats or cheeses or anything like?
Some, yeah. There's like a pantry with like stuff inside. There's still like
And-
food inside.
Animals?
It's a little stale. No animals.
No animals anywhere?
Are you looking for animals specifically?
Well, I mean, it's a village. Wouldn't it be like, I guess, sheep that have been strolling around unattended or
You haven't seen any sheep.
cows? Because they made cheese, didn't they? So there's could have some dairy going on.
Fair enough. I forgot. I thought it could cast invisibility. It can't.
Yeah, there were sheep and maybe cows when you
Yeah.
last were here, but not you. There are still like the fences and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my
Alan?
comment to everyone is strange, no animals, and then I continue my wandering around and staring at things.
And no buddies either.
Kellen, what flying around pixies. They notice that kind of where the like burned down ruins are. It's kind of always like in a specific area. If you know what I mean.
Like a breath, cone shaped.
Like in bubbles. There's like here one. There's like here's like a thing. If that makes sense. Just like in areas, and other areas are almost untouched. Not yet. Asher looking around the fence. What was your roll?
22.
22. You find there's like moved earth on the ground.
Like burrowing.
Not burrowing, like it
Grave?
reminds you maybe a little bit when like Kellen in his ape form walked around, what he left behind. Kind of yeah, kind of like that. If that makes
But
sense.
no footprints.
Not really footprints, no.
Okay, I will just send through. I'll see some strange moved earth, but I don't know how to interpret it.
Yeah. Or maybe it could be footprints, but there's no like foot shape, There's like someone placed a barrel like on the ground.
Or landed?
More like circular, like indentations maybe, but also not, yeah, kind of,
I will pass that information on via our voice chat.
You're muted, Paul.
Does that say an airship?
Airship?
Hmm.
I thought just dragon landing, but
Yeah.
Like Shadow Dragon landing. Maybe he doesn't have a proper footprint.
Yeah.
Like-
Can I?
Come have a look at the moved earth. It might have been some sort of earth creature.
Sure.
Hmm.
Make me
I
an
wander over there.
investigation check to find out about the earth. You kind of look at it, taste it a bit maybe.
And hope for a better roll. Okay.
Better than
Oh,
22.
jeez. Not a very good roll. Oh, no, sorry, that's the wrong one. Do I get a nature thing with that, Nico?
Investigation.
Yes, but not any sort of do with things. Oh, it doesn't matter. Still an 8. Fine.
Well, it's not, you're quite sure it's not like wolves or anything that came through. Could be like, like giant apes is kind of like it, but not really. Yeah.
so there are absolutely no bodies.
None of you have found any actual bodies.
No blood.
No blood.
No signs of struggle besides the runes, which look like they could be breath weapons.
There are like inside the rooms that are intact, there are like, stuff thrown around or like, chairs on the ground and like tables flipped and stuff like that.
Does it look like they ran away or they were taken?
It's hard to say.
Can I look at the palisade and try and find out how it broke?
The palisade isn't broken. The entrance
it's
to
just
the
open.
palisade is broken, yeah.
So does it look
Yeah,
like
the gate, sorry.
Yeah.
does it look like there's actually been a fire breath attack sort of thing? Has it actually been burnt, or is it just made to be look like it's been burnt?
It's definitely been burned.
Oh, but the dragon didn't have a fire breath. The dragon had a different breath.
Necrotic.
Yes.
Does it look like just that the grass died rather than burn? Or it really looks like a burn?
Grass.
Yeah, on the floor.
Looks like there's like burnt spots, of grass, with like
Okay.
dark spots.
Or maybe the dragon can choose if it does fire or necrotic. Maybe it can choose its breath.
But
Because it used to be another dragon, right? It kind of upgraded, maybe.
But it was a black dragon before.
Oh, that's true, that it wouldn't do fire. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Wait, what does black have to do with its weapon?
I'm also confused. I have not studied.
Yeah, we found out that different colors have different kinds of
Etymology.
affinity to various elements.
Yes, I researched and I told you guys.
So the
You-
villagers look like they either ran away and escaped somehow.
So Asher, there's
Can
two. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I go to those ruins and like see if I find footprints somewhere, like as if somebody ran? Like anything indicating that they weren't, like this stuff wasn't just incinerated, and like, are there bones? Is there anything?
I was
Perception.
gonna ask for the same, like go to the front door, join Melville, and look where there are hundreds of footprints leading out of the main gate, like they all fled or something.
Also see like lost
Sorry,
items.
Cass, I
and-
just wanted to add to what you're doing.
Yeah, give me some more perception checks this time.
50.
Just that we're. It has rained since, so it's a little hard to tell. There are some footprints on what used to be softer ground.
Oh,
It
there
is
we go.
also some days, past.
Excellent
that
at
all this
last, and
happened.
that's 20. Well, 28. Finally, good roll.
No, he did say from when it was.
There are a bunch of footprints at the exit, but not like hundreds of them.
So I have some ideas. Asher, the first thing I was wondering is whether you could mend the head back on the statue's head. Just as
I can try that.
because I think it's small enough.
I
To
can.
carry it up there first, that might be the problem.
Is
Yeah,
it,
I'm
Statue
not.
is 20 foot tall to get to the
Oh.
neck.
Oh,
Well,
You would have to
Melville-
levitate, or someone would have to boost him or something.
Melville
I could
could
still
hold it
got-
in place.
Got time. I can ask one of the pixies to giant ape me again. I can just pick you up and you can affix it to the top of the statue.
Or that.
Yes,
I just feel like symbolically that might.
Asher. Is it together?
yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'll ask
Oh, yeah.
Pixie to
You giant ape again and just
Yeah.
kind of
pick.
put it there.
Yeah. I'll pick. Well, I was going to pick Asher up gently and ask him to mend it to the top of the statue.
Yeah, I'll start my mending cantrip and try what I can do to.
Yeah, it takes about 5 minutes because it's a
Pause,
big,
rest.
big tear. But you do manage to mend it on there. Make me an Arcana check, I'll say. Or no, sleight of hand instead.
Is he
No.
assisted?
No.
14.
Yeah. You kind of mend it on it, get away, kind of looking at it from a bit further away. It kind of, it looks like it's a little
Backwards.
Is it doing like this?
fully backwards, yeah, but it's more like a peekaboo.
Okay, it's better than before.
I hope
guess-
they like it like this.
So my second question was, do you think you could do sending to Leona and see if she's alive?
Yeah, sure, I can do that. Why didn't we think of that earlier?
Look.
Well, I have, but everybody was busy, so. So-
Yeah, well, we also had to make sure that we are safe here, and I don't know,
Yeah.
not something else.
Getting
So-
shot half to death. Yeah.
I will cast sending,
Mhm,
aiming at Leona
mhm,
with the lion mask,
mhm.
and I will say, Leona, it's Asher. We are in Velnias right now. We have heard of a dragon attack, but the village is empty. Only Eric is here. Where are you?
The spell does not find a target.
I guess
Guys,
whilst
no recipient.
I guess whilst the rest of the party's committing idolatry, you said there were some tracks near the exit.
Yes. Also,
Lily?
Kellen,
Yes.
you do looking through stuff, you do eventually find like a mask laying in one of the houses.
The Pixies does.
Yes.
Okay.
And she kind of brings it to you, like, a mask, that's odd. And then flies away again.
Okay.
Give it to Cass.
Do the
Cass.
footprints we found lead off in any direction, or they just do they like beeline it down the road? Do they run off into the woods?
They're all just, on the street. No, that are different.
Cass, you can take an object and sense all the sad stuff that happened to it, right?
As long as it's dark, yeah.
Do you want to try the mask?
Yeah. Can I grab the mask and do my dark psychometry?
Yeah,
on?
give the mask
Sure.
to you.
It's just like kind of a bottom half of a mask. You know, it would start here and it's kind of wooden. Dark psychometry.
That one.
But okay, if you send it to other planes of existence, you send it to a soul that may end up in heaven or Valhalla. Would that not mean that you could contact them whether living or dead? Because literally sending, if you really take it as it's read, to any plane of existence, if you die and your soul goes to the, wherever it
Well,
is.
also, you don't really know what happens when you die in this world.
That was my interjection.
Shall I roll a history check, Nico?
Yes.
Grim psychometry.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll me twice.
What?
Roll. Did you already roll? Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Is that okay?
Okay. And you sense from this object. First, there's like a great sense of guilt, followed by great pain and confusion.
Great pain and confusion?
Yes.
Okay. So I tell it to the others.
You don't
It's like
actually.
the owner of this object most likely suffered a very abrupt and painful end.
You don't actually get a vision from this?
I just recall information.
Okay.
Yes.
It's GM's discretion.
Okay.
Good sound.
Ooh. So I know. So can I go to the, I will do something else. I will go to where the ruins are and I'm going to do grim psychometry while I'm standing there on the location. I mean,
Oh. What was that roll, Melville? Because
Yeah,
that was very impressive.
that looks like a good result.
It's amazing. I mean, that's just what are you doing there?
It's like 1 in 100 chance.
Yeah.
You get that every
Any
time.
result is 1 in 100.
I know.
Rolling a
Yeah.
12 is 1 in 100.
I know. I
That's
understand
just a 1 in 100
statistics.
chance.
On the buildings itself, you don't get the same connection as with the mask.
okay.
Just seems like, ruins that burned down on the ones that did.
The only other choice I've got is to maybe world shape again and maybe try and sniff them out.
That could work.
Why not? That's a good idea.
Bloodhound.
I'll keep the pixies searching, and I say if this time runs out, well, that's how to say thank you to them. Thanks for their time and the help, and I also say thanks for their time. The last time I met up with them, and they helped me out with the queen, and their help was invaluable. Okay, Nico. Because it was,
Sure, yeah.
they did extremely good. I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just keep my hand in and be nice to the pixies.
Yeah, they kind of giggle like, kind of fly around you.
Because they did good. I mean, the last one dispelled Elder Dragon, which is awesome.
I'll be right back.
Right. Sniffing. What has got advantage on scent?
A bloodhound.
That's not a beast.
Don't actually know if that bloodhound would be a dog, I suppose.
How's a bloodhound not a beast?
It's not a beast. It's like a monstrosity.
Yeah.
A bloodhound, like
So
a
what-
dog.
What are your plans? Well, a fantasy bloodhound, is a different thing.
You mean kind of like a mastiff or something?
No.
Well, I mean, the big droopy-eared dog that you used to find prisoners in the 60s.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
You can turn into that breed of dog, but you can turn into years of training.
Okay. Probably a
Well, the
direwolf.
bloodhounds are the ones from hell, right? I mean, like in the fantasy here.
Are they like hellhound?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Hellhounds.
My bad. I'm tired.
Maybe there are bloodhounds somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah, but I think that it requires training to sniff out people.
Oh yeah.
You can turn into a horse, but you can't turn into the world's fastest racehorse,
Yeah, but
No.
kind of thing.
I've used scent before to sniff.
Yeah, of course. There's still
Better nose than
Yeah,
humans.
better than
beasts with
owls,
better
but-
noses than others. Yeah.
Don't direwolves have advantage on the scent thingy or bears? I think that
Sorry?
one of them have advantage on the scent.
Oh.
Master.
What I reckon, I mean, the thing is, I don't think I've seen any big cats. I don't know, Nico. I don't think we've actually.
Like a lion?
I don't think we've encountered any big cats. No,
But I would say you can turn into a lion if you wanted to.
I don't think I've seen one. That's the problem. I don't think we've actually encountered one.
Or not, that's fine as well.
You said it, you have.
Right, because I didn't.
Before
I've not,
You've seen the head of a lion.
I will help Kellen and go over the intercom and say, what's the difference between a cat and a comma? A cat has claws at the end of paws. A comma is a pause at the end of a clause.
God.
Nice.
No.
Okay.
No.
So Kellen, disadvantage instead.
That's not fair.
So you can make me a perception check with advantage, Kellen.
Okay. Because I can't find anything else, I'll just go direwolf. Okay. Okay. I can't do it twice. So, oh yeah, once. Twice. Ah, that's better. 19. Okay, 19 on the scent.
There's a faint scent of burnt flesh,
Mhm.
but nothing that points anywhere. Keep in mind, this was a couple days ago and that it has rained since.
I'd like to ask Eric if he knows of any caves in the area in which people could shelter in or something like that.
You going back inside? Like open
that
up
would
the
be
big
the idea.
safe door again, like
Yeah.
do the whole thing. He's a little like startled when you come in again. But he knows of no caves anywhere.
Okay. Or anything like that where you could sort of
Oh,
find shelter for a period of time,
There are
lick your wounds.
like big trees you can find shelter under. With like
Okay.
thick like layers of leaves.
Okay. But like, is like a specific area, or would that describe the entire forest in which we're in?
There are like in the forest like small like cave-ish areas from like sandstone and water and stuff,
Yeah.
but nothing that would hold more than like one person.
Okay. So scrap that idea.
well, with Asher, I'll go around the perimeter and see if there's any other signs of mass exit or something. Because I'm hoping the pixies might dig up trapdoors or something like that.
Honestly, I kind of feel like this is getting obsolete because, I mean, it's been a couple of days, the attack. I mean,
Also,
or they would have.
I'll say as a DM, if there's like a super obvious thing that you would be missing, I would, steer you in that direction.
So this has been a couple of days ago. They would have probably come back if they went hiding somewhere because the dragon hasn't been sighted in days. So I kind of feel like what we wanted to do here is fulfilled. Maybe we should move on to the next village that got attacked if it's close by, and if not, head back to Alfore and go the next day.
Sure. Okay.
I'm just putting this out there. This is just like a thought. I don't like if you guys think something else is
It's just
important.
I can't believe that the dragon ate to all 300 villagers. Otherwise, it's a very big fat dragon right now.
But
Maybe
he
it can
just
make them
burned them.
disappear, or we don't know exactly what it can do. It's a very strange thing. But yeah, I would agree with Cass about moving on to a different location.
It seems like we've chased down every lead and we've just encountered dead ends.
Yeah. And also, I mean, if we continuously experience this in all 3 towns or villages, that's also an answer, right? Kind of.
All right. So we're going back to Alfore, or
Well, what time of day is it now?
Yes.
Evening, I think, no?
Yes,
Blackfelt
evening.
is near Fori.
We could just spend the night here for now, and
Missing off
getting
Eric.
that's
or
fine.
No.
let's go and shelter in the inn because it's an inn.
No, we slept in one place once. There was the inn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just sleep there. We can inform Eric so he knows.
I could also try to send another message to another inhabitant of this village.
We could. There was this other guy who liked us.
The
Just give it a
halfling.
try.
Yeah.
The innkeeper, yeah.
The innkeeper. Yeah. I mean, we are on the way to the inn, right? So on the way I will cast sending again.
Mhm.
Shit, what was his name again?
In
It's
the
been a long time.
depths of my notes, that it might be somewhere.
Who's first? Let's see.
I'm not going to.
Don't even take possessions.
Archibald? No, that's where is he? Marco? No. Mattis. Mattis.
Yes,
Mattis,
Mattis,
genau.
Mattis, that's right.
Genau.
Hi, Mattis. This is
Oh yes,
Asher.
Mattis, the halfling bartender.
Yeah. So I'll say hi, Mattis. This is Asher. Remember? We're here in Velnias. We've heard of a dragon attack. No one is here except Eric. Are you safe? Where are you? That's my message.
The message does not reach anyone.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Doesn't reach anyone.
It's so
Maybe they're
sad.
somewhere else where sending doesn't get to. Like in a dragon's belly. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
So what's the plan? I can put you back on the. So you're sleeping in the village, right?
Yes.
Eric isn't super happy, but he's
Can't really do much about it.
sulking in his place.
Asher, do you have? Can you cast one more freedom of movement on my ring? Do you have this?
Sure.
If you don't mind.
Yes. I'm casting it now.
Thank you.
So about tomorrow, I think since tomorrow we have the whole day, I'd like to get back to Alfore in the evening. I don't want to, they had asked us to stay at Alfore for attacks, and I think that the dragon would attack at night, so I'd like to stay in Alfore at night, but maybe we could go check at least one, we could fly to one or both, if that would be okay, Kellen, to one or both of the other villages.
Sure.
And then kind of make up time and then go back to Alfore.
From
Yes,
Valnius to Stone Mill, how long would that take? Either by Kellic or by wings?
it'd be easier flying, quicker flying.
On elk, a full day.
Yeah.
Flying, maybe 1-2 hours.
What if we went to Black Belt, and then if we have the time, on the way to Alfore, we stop in Stone Mill so we see both? If we don't have the time, we go straight to Alfore.
That was
And
I was
how
trying to work
far-
out the distance.
Yes, how far to Black Belt? Sorry.
Black belt on elk 2 days. Or you would arrive at afternoon the second day.
And flying?
And flying like 4 hours.
Oof.
Maybe 3 hours.
And then from Black Belt to Alfore?
Like 4 or 5 hours.
Early start, guys.
There's a lot of. No, I don't have as many. I don't have enough.
Well, maybe the dinner is only it's in 2 nights from now. So if we're already out here,
Yes.
maybe one more night.
I
The day
don't
after tomorrow.
have enough spell slots to get me through. Actually, no, that's not true. I can. So the total travel time, Nico, from Vilnius to Black Belt to Alfore.
Mhm.
How much time? Flying time? Total? Less than 8 hours?
Yes,
Okay, I can do it.
we can definitely make it in 8 hours.
I can use third and above. So I use. Yeah, but you've only got effectively 1 slot. Basically, all right. Well, 1 would be helpful. If I put 1 third level spell into the ring, or 1 4th level spell into the ring, just in case. Polymorph. Or conjure woodland beings, because that would also give us polymorph. Presumably get at least 1 pixie. Okay, 1 conjure woodland beings, that would be helpful. But then level 4.
Yes, I think you can.
Okay, but then tomorrow I will have enough spell slots for 8 hours of flying to get from here to Black Belt to Stone Mill and back to Alfore.
And those don't need to be consecutive 8 hours, right? We can fly 4 hours, spend some time to investigate,
Well,
and then.
it would be 8 1-hour slots.
Okay.
It's basically 8 conjure animals. Yes.
Mhm.
Pushing.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna cast a tiny hut. Does anyone not want to be in it?
I will happily be in the
Me
tiny
too.
hut. Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Because it's kind of strange in this village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Do
idea.
that as a ritual then.
Your tiny hut. No problem. You sleep through the night. It is like a little creepily quiet, maybe. There are not a lot of like bird sounds or anything during the night. But other than that, nothing of interest that's happening at night.
We have nothing to report.
But what comes to mind, we still haven't declined the other job or let this guy.
Oh, yes.
What?
Yeah.
We're busy dealing with a dragon.
this Cornelius guy that we are in the middle of something else.
Well, we can say that there is a oh, you could maybe even ask him if they had dragon sightings in Marina. Why is nobody as excited as I am?
Yeah,
What an
'cause, like
awesome
dragon
idea.
sightings. Whoop whoop.
Yeah, and I already like maybe it
Yeah.
flew there and maybe it's destroyed Marina, or at least then they know that there is a dragon around. Yes.
So
Mm.
What's the plan for
get up early, we eat a ration, and then we make a beeline for Black Belt, I guess.
You can either have ration or you can have Kipperis.
Yes, I am.
Just a curiosity. I mean, when we're back in a safer place, there's always a possibility of scrying the villagers.
Yeah.
We have some names. We have some faces.
Yeah,
Dig them out of our memory, and we can try and scry them. Though I don't understand why a sending wouldn't work and a scrying would.
Well, you gotta pick some of the other people, not the ones we already. The ones that you gotta pick the ones that we haven't sended yet, right?
Little Johnny and baby Andrew
Sure.
and Mary the milkmaid.
Of course.
Well, I think he'll stay here or he'll leave at some point. I think he's a lost cause. Maybe we
Forecast
could
sending.
leave him our card should he want to come to a foray and need a place to rest his head and maybe a new start.
I don't know if he'll want that with the mask and all the gems beneath it, but sure.
Either that or he's alone forever. It's an offer. If he takes it up, he can take us up on it. I mean, he can use a bow. He can kind of look after himself. Rub the shoulder. We're a band of assassins.
You can really join the watchdog. That's a great idea, actually. But I don't know. I don't really like him. I don't trust him. He's somehow off. I don't think he would be a great support. Like he'd just do his own thing, you know.
So Melville, you would know he still half believes that the watchdog did all this.
Oh, the watchdog did all this. This is what he believes. Wow.
It's like a dragon, really? And
So
you
one of
know,
One person, right
first
on.
they kind of the first time they kind of communicated and people knew about like the gems and stuff, and now they're all gone. Obviously, it was the watchdogs. They did like trade and they came to the village and stuff. You know, that's where he made the connection.
Okay.
Intelligent and wisdom was his dump stat.
You know, he's like a warrior type kind of guy.
Yeah, and I mean,
Charisma too.
well, I mean, you know, if you grew up and you've been your whole life like fearing other people and thinking that they're out to get you, I mean, that's just what's going to happen in the end. You're going to continue to believe it no matter what the proof, and we don't really have proof right now. So
You just call him you didn't like him. Now look who's defending him.
Well, you know, I realize some people can't help themselves, but I'm still saying he won't be an asset. So let's just leave him here.
Yeah, of course. I think that would be the decent thing to do. And like, if he's really that annoying, he can just wash dishes at OQ. Yes, I'll do that. I just need a card. Mine are muddy. Hooray!
So you go down
Did
to
you do
ask.
anything else this morning? The messages have been sent to the Marine and to Cornelius.
I sent the
Yeah.
message, Nico. I spelled it out in Roll20 to Cornelius last night.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
It's me.
It's me.
Yeah, the recipient knows who the sender is.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's me.
Well, it's kind of
Yeah, I know. That's why
it's
funny.
obsolete, but I feel rude not announcing myself.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey, you're missing one. You could have done one more word.
An emoji.
I think it's pretty good value for money, I would say.
anyway, so
Well, first, Asher, you got back from Cornelius. He seems a little startled, maybe. Or, you know, doing anything else and suddenly getting like a brain SMS.
Yeah, or expecting to be killed by assassins.
Yeah. You hear back, well, yes, the job is still out there. Would start in about 5 days. I am looking into other people and no dragons here. What kind of no dragons here? Kind of what are you talking about?
I will not waste the 5th level spell slot to respond.
Okay.
Or will
How
I?
rude.
The evening.
It is the next morning.
no, would night.
Yeah, I mean,
He sent it in
I
the
prepared the message in the evening. It
Okay,
just took
sure.
a long time
Yeah,
to write
that's
it.
Fine, that's fine.
evening.
But now it's morning.
Right, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I will relate the information to you already last night and saying, okay, we still have time, but he's looking into hiring other people. 5 days from now, the job's supposed to happen.
I do hope that Alfore like told other cities that like Marina that there was a dragon around. I do hope that they didn't not do it.
It would sort of be sensible.
Politicians are never sensible.
So you're flying to Black Belt, right?
Yep. 4 lots of conjure animals to get to Black Belt. And I guess it's 4 lots of conjure animals to get to Alfore. Or sorry,
Okay.
yeah, they're all going to be giant owls. Yes.
And owls.
White and fluffy.
Okay.
I'm not gonna attach myself to the owl. I'm just gonna hold.
I'll just fly with the
It's
True.
enormous. It's so big. It's 10 times the size of Alfore. It's not
But
a
there's
giant
one
owl.
of them.
It's actually a giant rock. It's so big it blots out the sun.
Your flight to Black Belt is relatively eventless. You have to kind of navigate, don't know exactly where you're going because you've never been to Black Belt. You just have the map.
Oh, I know. It's sort of.
You do eventually fly over Northbrook.
Mhm.
You see like this village that you're flying by.
There's many owls.
There's not enough.
I can
actually, but-
delete some of them.
No, there's
No,
not
they're
enough.
pretty. They're pretty.
You know, you kind of slowly kind of. bloop, bloop.
One symbolic one is sufficient.
Healthbrook? Northbrook?
Northbrook.
Oh, not Health.
Northbrook.
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
Okay.
How does that look? Normal? Since we haven't ever seen it.
Flying over it. Oh no, that's not good. Looks normal. You don't see any people though.
Ooh.
Mm.
Time for a land grab.
What?
A land grab.
What's that like? A sea grab or just a grab?
Exactly. It's ours.
Well, no, we're going to Black Belt. We don't have time to investigate Northbrook. Sorry.
That's fine. We don't need to. We're zooming to Black Belt.
Voronor, how long per day can you fly on your broom? Like all day long?
All day. There's no
Nice.
limit. It's just very uncomfortable
Yeah. It's
after
like
a while.
maybe a saddle. I don't know.
Yes. So you arrive at Velnias.
No. Black Belt.
And in Black Belt, yes, exactly. It has kind of a rectangular shape.
Hmm.
It's a bigger than Velnias, housing about like 900 people.
Hmm.
Flying towards the city, you already see like destroyed houses and stuff. Like rubble, lying around, kind of like streaks of destruction throughout the city. And yeah, no people also.
Oh. That's a bit weird.
We have similar scorch marks and burnt buildings as in Velnius, sort of groupings of destroyed buildings.
You can make me a perception check. Also, you see like there's like a wall around the city that's made out of dark, almost black stone.
Oh,
Balls-
Not onyx, but that's the name, a black belt. It's like a belt around the city, kind of.
Yes. Balls don't matter too much to dragons.
Yeah. So looking around Melville, there's like similar like streaks of destruction, but just that the buildings are just destroyed and in rubble, not necessarily burned.
Could a
rubble,
dragon
but not burned.
could a dragon breathe on them and sort of take them to another plane or something?
No, I don't think so. But they had said that there was also like shadows or something accompanying the dragon. So, I mean, they said undead. Maybe he churned everybody. I don't know. It's a little weird.
All 1,000 people.
I can tell you when you remember, firstly, that there were a bit conflicting accounts. Also, panicky people aren't like the most observant people. People talked about the black dragon. Other people talked about like shadowy creatures. There were people talking about 2 dragons. There were people talking about like a flying demon and stuff, or like a large nightmare, which is like a horse creature that's black and smoky.
Yeah, this kind of takes the wind out of the sails, of which I was going to ask. I wanted to ask, can I just look at it and think outside the box? Does this look like a dragon attack? I mean, we know what we know coming here, but not having this information, would this look like a dragon attack?
I haven't seen that many so far. I'm just imagining a
Like
lot
your
of
heritage.
destruction.
Like big claws tore down things. I don't know.
Are you still flying or are you now inside the city?
We landed, right?
Yeah, inside.
Okay, yeah, you landed looking around. You can make me an investigation check.
Can I also, or help you? Yeah. Can I just assist?
Yes.
21 then.
Looking around, there are like what could be claw marks of like the destroyed houses. There's like, you know, like large like cuttings into the stonework
Okay.
of stuff. But on other houses, it's just, you know, destroyed.
Okay, so I share my thoughts and my result of my investigation with the group.
I would take on the habit that every time we land now to one of these locations, I'm going to cast Telepathic Bond. If that's okay with everyone.
Mhm.
Maybe I can do it 10 minutes before we land, or just as we've landed.
It lasts like the whole day?
No, an hour.
Oh no, okay.
Vornar shouts, "Anybody alive? We're here from Elfora to help."
Yeah, it's a bit echoey,
Oh,
but you get nothing back.
no.
It's a bit spooky. It's very much like a ghost city. It's still like midday, but it's just, you know, like after like, yeah, like after a war or something. There's like rubble
Are
in
any
the street.
signs animal life or anything like that? Or is it like dogs, cats?
Rats.
You do kind of walking around a bit. There's like a chicken once crossing the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're like, why though? But you know, then it disappears.
Can I go to
El
the
Pollo Diablo.
Yeah. And it's kind of, you know, eerily loud, like, oh, and kind of, you know, runs. Because it got spooked.
Kellen? Can you speak with the chicken?
Speak with the chicken. I think you'll get probably hungry. Lots of food now. No cats, probably.
Is there any way you could like commune with the plants or something around here that you could figure out
Not
what
if we
the
want to
plants?
get back to Alfora tonight.
Okay, get that.
Hey,
Can I
have
go
one of
to?
those. Sorry.
You have one of those?
I mean, I stored a polymorph, so there's still.
That's not what I'm talking about.
It is talking about communion with nature.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to use the spell slot, I have the extra polymorph for you.
Didn't learn to commune with nature today.
It's fine. It's fine.
Um,
Can I go to that rubble where the claw marks and everything are, and just kind of like sit with it and concentrate and see if I can get any dark feelings, anything.
Any
I'm
dark
really good in
thoughts?
psychometry again.
Are you having dark
may.
thoughts again?
Fine.
Sure. Make me your history check.
I don't have a lot of stuff. I gotta use what I have. Otherwise,
like,
I'm
is this
just
dark? Is this dark?
yeah. Otherwise, I'm just a very boring fighter that doesn't even have triple attack.
You're like basically a hunter of evil things, so that's right down your alley, right? You're like
Yeah.
you're like Batman. You investigate.
Oh, that's a good new game, Melville. 23.
23. And what are the walls you're touching, right?
The one that has the claw marks on it, yes. Like, well, I'm just kind of like, I can do like also the location, right? So I'll stand into the location of that rubble and see if I can get the feeling of the location.
Yes.
Or I'll touch walls, whatever I need to do.
I'll say like you get definitely feeling of a recent great tragedy. Tragedy.
Tragedy.
That's useful information.
Also, yeah, a hint of undead.
What? Now I'm confused. What's going on?
Melville, in one of the houses, you do find like a teddy bear missing an arm. And like with like 1 or 2 drops of blood on it.
That's
Leave the
gold.
cast.
Hey, it's the first trace of blood we found so far.
Yeah.
I mean, lost an arm.
Give it to Cass, and Cass.
It's not the teddy bears.
No? I'm not a doctor.
It wasn't anatomically correct. You know, inside was just stuffing.
You give it to Cass, and Cass goes.
Yeah.
Yes, Cass also not especially that the claw marks were from something undead, just generally around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you. So I'll tell you guys that.
You got an undead wipe?
A little bit, like a faint hint. It could be because it's a couple of days old, but it could. It's hard to say.
Could you trace it?
Can I start tracking it?
Sure.
Yay.
Make me a survival. It's right.
She licks the floor.
With advantage.
Lick the floor with
Look up
advantage, okay.
some obscure things. What? Like this maybe. You pick up traces of like a bunch of undead stuff
Nice.
like
Okay.
around, and you kind of just kind of randomly pick one.
You may roll.
Follow it. It walks straight west. The trace goes straight west until it just kind of disappears into a wall, it seems.
Into a wall.
Of
Okay.
like a building, you know.
Okay.
It
So,
could be like a ghost thing. Just went through the wall. Just check
And
behind the
you
wall.
kind of walk around the wall, and on the other side it picks up again, and it just goes, you know, through stuff straight west.
Okay.
And with other traces, it's very similar. Some are a bit more southwest, but it's generally a west-southwest direction.
We get a look at the larger map
Oh,
with
yeah.
the possible
Yeah.
hidey holes.
Maybe they are drawn to its layer or something
So
Wait, that's west would be that.
towards.
That'd be all
West,
three of them.
yeah, that's one of the. Yeah, that's what. But that's one of the circles we have, right? So it could be. So it's probably going to be one of those three that we circled.
And you said, Nick, you said west to southwest, right?
Yeah. So that could be the 1, 2.
You one or two.
Yeah. The one called swamp.
Look at us!
That's a good lead.
So exciting! I'm so excited.
Let's just go right now.
So this
Quick,
this dragon
screw the party. Let's go to the swamp.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Dragon can convert whole populations into shadow beings and get them.
Yeah,
to
also
survive.
Cass, these traces, they just start at random places. That makes sense.
Like
Yeah.
they were.
Well, it were created out of nothing.
Kind of, yeah.
Or where people died.
Mhm. My feeling is that I think Lady Darkmoor mentioned that it was maybe trying to gather an army of undead or something, I seem to recall. So maybe she's turning all these people into ghosts. Like,
Yeah.
Well, they
undead
like
army.
yeah, but they also like to be worshipped, right? Dragons.
yeah.
So maybe this is these are their minions. They like dragons. As much as I recall, what I read is that dragons usually like have minions.
And
so
there are no
yes-
bodies.
Yes.
You don't
So since it's
When you destroy a town, there are bodies. If there are no bodies, that means they've been taken.
Only chickens.
Also, ghost sightings. I'm scared. Just saying. Okay. Conscious of time, would be cool if we also do Stone Mill and back to Alforay before end of session, if possible.
I'd
So-
say I would do like following the wastelands like tomorrow or something, and so that we could. I would suggest we continue like you did, Bor, like that we continue on our path to gather information and then go into the wastelands tomorrow or something. Right? What do you guys think?
So can Can
So
Shadow-
tomorrow evening is going to be the dinner.
Yeah, but we could head out and come right back, right? If we fly,
Yeah.
we could be like 2 hours in, 2 hours back, kind of like what we originally were planning, kind of like that star formation thingy.
So can
Well-
shadow dragons
We don't know.
mate people into dead?
We don't
We
know.
don't know that.
We don't know anything of what they can and can't do.
Yeah,
Oh. We'll have to ask ladies.
she
We
didn't know
have-
either. I asked. Yeah,
Yeah.
she did not know.
They're very unusual creatures that are difficult to study.
But do we want to go into the wastelands with like 9 hours time or 12? Well, like 6 more?
Yeah, I'm
without
actually a
traveling?
bit worried that we'll not make the dinner if we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
one
just
thing
go-
needs to go wrong, and then we're stuck there. So I think
Yeah.
it's probably an expedition for after our dinner.
Yes.
I think mindful of time. I think it'd be cool if we get ourselves to the position where we next week could have next week the dinner. Let's begin the session next week with the dinner.
We could spend tomorrow just maybe flying over from a safe distance just to kind of do a light reconnaissance scouting. Because I feel like if we do have a good idea of where the lair is, or at least a good location, maybe we could get some support from the city.
I mean, could always go south. We're in the air, something attacks me there, we fall, we have to hide, or split. I don't know. I
Yeah.
wouldn't risk it. Just wait a couple hours and let's do it after the dinner would be my suggestion. But I'm up for anything you want to do.
Could do a quick
I
side
would
trip
wait
to
it out.
Marina and kill some assassins, come back.
Well, why don't we just finish today and then
Yeah.
talk about it tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
That might be smarter.
So Stone Mill?
Let's head on to.
Stone Mill.
Yeah.
So flying back to Alfore and making a quick pit stop in Stone Mill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stone Mill is the smallest of all the villages. There's no like a wall around it. There's like a big mill made of stone, you know, in the center.
Who would have guessed?
It was kind of the origin of this small village, but it's the same as Black Belt, like destroyed houses, no corpses at all.
Can I do?
There are a bit in this village, a bit more like cattle. There are like a couple like cows that are like just kind of running around looking for food, like 1 or 2 sheep. They're kind of very scruffy and dirty and stuff.
I'd like to see if I can find some traces of undead again.
Yes,
That's what I would do.
it's like Black Belt. The traces all go from the arrows, like from there, like this. It's kind of the general direction. If that makes sense. Make sense?
Yes.
Does that correspond? No, it's a bit different, right?
It's a bit more south.
Wait, that's Black Belt.
I'll say
I mean, the area is
direction
wide
is
enough.
like this, maybe.
Okay, so it's still.
So it's not the upper ones. So it would be 1 or 2. Or...
It definitely seems like we have to go to the swamp, the bottom swamp.
1, 2, or yeah, the swampy.
Is-
Yeah, of course, it can be longer, of course.
Sure.
So that could be the region, but not the one straight down.
There's there were none going up.
Okay.
So just a couple going straight, and then in like a
Okay.
45-degree angle.
Can we circle the ones that are possibilities, or kind of have the circles in different colors, just that we remember by next week?
So I added the orange rectangle, but I mean, it might not be very obvious.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or if you want, you can do.
Yeah, you can add new circles. Removing old ones is super annoying.
That's fine. That's fine.
For-
But we have a couple more, right? You're gonna
Yeah.
put the rectangles around the other ones as well.
Oh,
Oh no, that's just icky.
I mean, this is just the one now that we.
No, but you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
do the other ones, cause
Which one?
like, well, the one here. Can you see anything?
No.
no.
The one here. The
Ah,
one here.
Wait,
These
why is
are
there
all-
even a circle there? I feel like the map's been moved.
Okay.
That doesn't. There shouldn't be
Oh.
a circle in the middle of nowhere.
We've got the
Is it this?
we triangulated from the
No.
attack path of the dragon.
Mm.
He went first to Black Belt, then to Stone Mill, then to Velnius. So it kind of made sense if he came from the top half of the map.
Yeah, but still, technically,
Is
direction.
that
And
okay?
then-
Yes,
Yeah.
that sounds good. Thank you, Nico. That's perfect. Just in case.
Okay, should we just get rid of the ones above?
Hmm.
I mean, they're kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a definite one where we start to look, but then it could still be in the southwest direction or eventually north. I mean, if they all, like in a hive mind, know where to cross the river best. Oh no, they went in different directions. I was going that once they cross the river, maybe they change direction.
Yeah, it's possible.
So, but we don't know. But this is the best estimate, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Also, Cass, you would know, for undead creatures,
Hmm.
they're just kind of Pirates of the Caribbean style, just walk on the
Pretty
riverbed.
Yeah.
They don't need bridges.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Oh, cool.
They don't need rafts.
Ooh, that's a cool. That's cool.
Like in Pirates of the
Yeah,
Caribbean.
yeah. It took me a moment. I was kind of like trying to figure out what you're talking about. But that's super cool. Yeah, I like that movie.
Also very creepy.
If you're gonna need to if you need to invade a coastal town, just undead is the greatest thing ever. Amphibious invasion.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, they're bad at like scaling walls and stuff, but they're good with
Yeah,
like
okay.
water.
Get up on the
Yes. But these ones, they're like going through like walls and stuff. It's definitely not like no zombies or skeletons
Mhm.
can do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Must be something else. Oh, Melville is ready to fight. There
Am
are
I?
a couple. You rolled initiative.
Yeah, I was fooling around with D&D Beyond, and I pushed the button, and it rolled initiative for Sprite.
There are a couple
Huh?
sheep and cows, and
We don't see
I
that.
don't know. Ah, it's whispered to me.
Mhm.
Yep, that's all you get from Stone Mill. Same stories. You're flying to Alfore, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's head back.
Yep.
Okay. Where exactly are you flying to?
To the.
Remember, we can't fly into Alfore. We have
you're
to get
not flying
off.
Yes.
to, but not into. Yes, I remember that bit.
I was so ready for a big alarm and
Mhm.
like
The
a
rest
dozen ballista shots or something.
Thanks for that.
Let's land outside of.
Unlike the journey to Velnias, there are people remembering the whole concept of
Yes.
ballistas. Yeah. So even if I forget, even Kellen forgets, other people are going to remind him.
Mhm.
Yeah. You get back to Alfore. It is evening now.
Yep.
Just getting into the city and walking back to your place, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There are more people outside. But it seems more to they are welcoming what looks to be troops arriving from the north. No, from the south.
The south. There were troops in the south. I thought they were east to fight the orcs.
Looking at it, they don't look like Alforian military.
Ah,
Okay.
can we recognize them?
Make me a perception check.
Perception. Do they look mercenary-like, or
Kind of.
maybe it's that circle?
I'll do one too.
Ooh.
I mean, I've encountered many mercenaries in my travels as a guard, so I would be interested in other military people as well.
All my knowledge checks have been under 10 digits
16.
or a max 10. It's the circle.
Where are my handouts? Ah, here they are. Yes, Asher, you notice first. There are like different kinds of troops. Like the first one, they all look kind of like archers, but they don't have like a unique. They aren't all dressed the same. But they are more like leathery and stuff. Behind them is like 20, 30 people on horses, and they have like long lances and pikes and stuff. And behind them seems to be like very like muscly brawler types, and they all kind of like great axes and mauls and stuff. On those, some of them are topless. There are some like Goliath type warriors on there, and on them you clearly see the embroidery of the third circle.
I was gonna say, do we see Rancor among them?
I'll say no, but there's a good chance he's gonna be with them. You see about like 100 of them in total.
Looks like they finally managed to afford them.
And yeah, so you're back in Alforay. There's still a bunch of ballistas on like rooftops, also like on the walls, most of them on the outer walls. And I think we're gonna end the session here. And so we're gonna do the dinner next time, or you wanna go to the wastelands first?
Probably the dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And if anyone has, better pictures of people,
I sent you some.
okay.
Oh no. How many?
6.
Oh my
6?
god.
You have to pick
But I
one,
think
not
only-
6.
Well, no, I wanted to give, but I mean, I like yours. These are just other additional options. No, it's first. I like the first one a lot.
I can show you all at once, just as my collage that I made.
There's more?
That's all of them. And with you can see the car on the the house.
Oh, well done.
Mhm.
And like I said, I'm happy to, removing that car would take me literally 10 seconds. So I'm happy to help you out with those.
I mean,
You don't have to, just saying. I can change hair color.
also if you find Nikki a cool dwarf butler type, because I didn't find anything on dwarf butlers.
Isn't he a gnome?
Nope, he's a dwarf.
Oh, I wrote it down wrong in that case.
Bring the
Yes.
dwarf butler.
Okay, I'll change that on my.
I know it's a different face, but the face looks like Ronnie Barker. There we go. He's a British comedian once upon a time.
Yes, I can check. I can check Pinterest. I go down those rabbit holes.
Just typed in well-dressed dwarf in Google Images and it's all madness.
Yeah. And like dwarfs without armor, I googled and Yeah.
If you type in dwarf in a suit, you get little people in suits.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Lots of like Peter Dinklages and stuff. Yeah, I also felt like for searching for Elena and Darkmoor, I was like, sorcerer woman, wizard female. Oh, that's weird. Like dark-haired elf woman. I'm like, oh, that sounds wrong.
But that's how you search. Like that's how I search Pinterest.
Yeah,
and then,
Pinterest is pretty good for this.
Yeah, and then I get one picture that I think like, oh, that's approximately the right one, and then like that's the right direction, and I click on that, and then it gives me a lot of options that look similar, like in that direction.
Yeah.
And then I just go down the rabbit hole, and I have like 20 pages open, and it's that's how I found Cass. All of my cool characters.
Yeah. Okay. So, see you next week. You
Thank-
found out some
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
Thank you
Met some
very
people.
much.
I'm very glad you didn't set off the death trap that Eric set up.
Mhm.
Are you
Oh.
though?
I would have gone kaboom with a lot of burning.
No, I thought for a long time about it, you know, because it kind of would likely like just kind of killed everyone in there.
It's all
There's
cooked in
like,
an
there's
oven.
like 20 like exploding glyphs around, you know. And it's like, that's a bit unfair if it just happens. You have to think about if you have to warn you adequately.
I was thinking that Vornar would want to get resistance to fire damage, but for that he needs to cast a fire spell. So he was like, let me just do a quick fireball here in this room full of flammable.
Yeah, also warning glyph, you can choose the damage type.
Yeah, just
Don't you
telling,
put a spell in it?
telling us that we've just suffered.
You can, or you
200
can just
D6.
make it that it just explodes
Oh, okay.
with fire, lightning, thunder, or the last one called.
Just doing an instant TPK may not get you a lot of popularity.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
It's,
But it's like it's where they stored all their treasure, you know.
yeah.
But they had a lot of money to secure, like make it very safe for like from burglaries and stuff. So yeah, that was it. I have to get up early tomorrow, so
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Here.
Nico.
Here.
Till next time.
Thank you. I hope your Zivildienst is going well.
yes, I put on a lot of sunscreen for today.
That's
Tomorrow
good.
is going to be
It's
the same.
important. And you cut your hair. It's looking
I
good.
did. Sure. I had to wear like the mask
That
and
a
the plastic
hint.
wrap and stuff.
Really? Oh no. Oh, for the haircut. Yeah,
the
that's why I'm
haircut,
not
yeah.
going. That's why I'm not going. I'm annoyed. Ugh.
Yeah, okay.